Hey there, my name's Niandra. This week, instead of doing a VOD review from one of my main account GM matches, I want to look at a loss from my alt account Recreation. This is 2700 SR and it's a very rough match where I was just kind of tilted from the beginning. At the start of this match, our first picks are Winston and Pharah, so I choose Mercy. Our second healer then goes Lucio and the other tank picks D.Va. This composition puts a lot of stress on me and I didn't say anything. By not speaking, I was setting myself up for failure and more tilt because I know this team composition isn't going to work. In general this season, I've really struggled to make Mercy work when paired with an off healer, plus this throws in dive tanks who are likely to take a lot of damage if played correctly. I think the solution was to ask Lucio to go Moira or go Moira myself and tell Pharah something like, hey, you don't have to change, but I'm probably going to be super busy with the tanks and you're not going to have a pocket, so play safe. Another thing I didn't realise at the time is our Tracer dies a lot. I've been seeing her way more since the patch, and at Platinum it's definitely a mixed bag, especially on defense. Tracer often plays very deep in places Mercy can't really do anything about, and her death opens up a lot of aggressive opportunities for the enemy because of the number advantage. I'm still trying to figure out how I can help, but at the very least I wish I had told her to play more safely.
Maintaining connection.
Our D.Va's gonna get pulled down by Hook, and I think my reaction time was too slow considering how low our healing output is. Like, I need to be completely on the ball to remotely make this work. Here I briefly damage boost our slightly injured baby D.Va because she's in Lucio's aura and we need that mech back. I reposition and D.Va's no longer in range, so I fly forward and cancel it, which leaves enemy Winston to my right. Here I have a choice. I can either turn around to get out with Pharah or go deeper to try and help D.Va. I choose the latter and she flies away, leaving me to die. A few seconds ago we saw D.Va get back into mech, so we know boosters will be available and it'd be safe to assume she'd use them while surrounded by enemies. I think staying with Pharah was the best bet, but if I had to fly to D.Va I should have super jumped so I could at least get over the wall upon reaching her. The enemy team is running Reaper, and you can see in this upcoming bit, Mercy's healing just isn't enough. One of us really needed to go Moira, and to be honest, we probably could have got off dive tanks too, especially since no one on the team is talking or telling everyone who to focus. I'm normally very vocal in my matches, and this is a task I definitely could have picked up myself. This fight, you're gonna see a res I shouldn't have gone for. Both teams get a pick and I immediately activate Valkyrie to give us an advantage and maybe try to make the res viable. Looking back, I should have held off on ult until my tanks were a little further ahead. Also, leaving the team while they initiate when the other healer is Lucio is pretty risky. So yeah, I played this way too fast, way too eagerly, probably a bit tilted. The only solace is knowing they burned High Noon to kill me, and if our other healer was Moira, maybe my death wouldn't have been an issue, maybe Pharah would have survived, but here I'm our main healer and my life is worth a lot. If I had changed off Mercy then went back, my res cooldown would have been reset and I could have res D.Va right away. My friend Army Athalia often suggests this when he takes a look at my VODs. It's advice I've never really taken on board because I feel like res is usually going to be ready again by the time you're back, but hey, he's right here. Unfortunately, another res related death. I think my biggest mistake this time was going for a res while unaware of enemy positions, like I didn't know who was on point beforehand or where they were. Also could have asked for help and let my team know, which I generally do try to do every time I res. So my game is going to freeze up quite a bit here, which I apologise for. I reposition behind the corner and fall back after Lucio dies. I think the right move here would have been to just push past enemy Moira, GA to Lucio's corpse and press jump afterwards to bunny hop deeper into the objective. At this point we really needed people contesting, but I just couldn't do much with all the freezes. Okay, not my best round. Our Lucio then goes Moira, which means he probably would have been open to it the first round if I had spoken up, and Pharah goes McCree. If I wanted to, I think Lucio could have been a good swap here. It would help our Rhine out a bit, I could boop the Reaper, and I'd have beat against his ult. Normally at the beginning of King of the Hill, I damage boost whoever's furthest ahead, and sadly I don't do this here and end up missing our Reinhardt's Fire Strike. Lovely focus on the enemy Roadhog there, but our Tracer then gets picked off too. I could have maybe asked the team to rotate to it and make space for res, especially with our Roadhog already there. Two enemies start flanking, and in any other match I would have called this out. I didn't say anything and Moira calls out the Reaper, but I think I could have done it quicker, and she also didn't mention the McCree. Oh my god, our Roadhog's about to die so quickly, and I've really got to stop underestimating Reaper's damage or something. Let me replay this. So my beam is actually on McCree, who is good against Reaper, and I thought he was helping, but he's actually dueling enemy McCree, who is left off screen. So my bad on beam priority there. I make good use of cover here, but I kinda wish I'd super jumped onto high ground at some point just to make a bit of distance between me and our Moira. Our Tracer's clearly going for the health kit, so let's not leave the fight to chase her.
Heroes never die.
I do this mini body block for McCree, then remember they have Roadhog and I'm like, oh shit, never mind.
Don't let up on them.
I go to our McCree corpse, but I know it's best to just leave him, even if it was safe. We've won the fight and he should get back quicker than the enemy team can regroup. This also lets me keep res for when we're actually mid-fight. I could have maybe taken a moment to hide here to shake Discord off me, cause it sticks for a good few seconds. On the other hand though, maybe it's best I have it since I'm further back than other teammates.
Let's get you back out there. Damage amplified.
I heal our fully healthed Reinhardt as he charged forward. He grabbed enemy Hog and did kill him without damage boost, but easily could have needed it to finish the kill. I noticed here and in a few other matches, I jump around a lot, and I've heard you shouldn't because it makes your movement predictable. I get that, and I'm definitely jumping just to keep my hands busy, so maybe I'll tone that down. I keep my camera view focused on my teammates, and I wish I'd given it a couple of flicks to here just in case someone tried to flank.
Allow me to repair the damage. Did someone call a doctor? Surrender to my will. I'm taking care of you.
I could have used Valkyrie to contest the point, and a small part of me wishes I had. We give it up for free, which I honestly think hurt us pretty badly in the long run. I then go for Valkyrie anyway, and this feels way too late, especially when you consider initial beam breakage. I spend most of it looking at corpses to see if they're resable, and wishing I'd saved my ult for our next attempt at taking the point back. I love this clean little spin I do while running away. Anyway, I'm going to speed the footage up here because we spend like 15 seconds regrouping outside of spawn. Reaper takes out two of us, one of them being Moira, and they're at 50%. We can't really afford half pushes at this point, and unless we had an ult that could team wipe, this probably wasn't worth fighting, especially with Moira dead. I do try to kill myself after a brief delay while I thought about it, and I wish I told the others to either die or get out of there, which is a common call out of mine. Like, our Tracer staggered so fucking badly here. Hang on, let me speed this up as well, because again, it's just a lot of waiting around.
I'm taking care of you. Cover me. Damage boost engaged. Right beside you.
Our Reinhardt is low, but also in Moira ult, so let's trust that and play safe. Once again, I am slow at getting my beam onto whoever Reaper's targeting, and I should have flipped my beam onto Hog during the Wraith animation. I res him anyway because it's been about 10 seconds since we won the fight and Hog would be slow to get back, plus our Tracer died in their backline again, so let's not be down two.
I've got you. My will made.
Standing behind a shield during high noon is actually pretty dangerous because it can easily break, but I didn't feel I had a choice here. I mean, just look at the Junkrat next to me. We also then just kind of forget about him being above us afterwards. I definitely could have been tracking him better, call him out when he dropped down. A part of me even wishes I had body blocked some of the FTH shots into Moira. Okay, we have a slither of time here and I don't have to rush into dropping down.
I'm under attack. Your support has arrived.
I could have maybe rezzed Roadhog here if I'd written off Junkrat. I mean, Reaper's alive, Moira's dead. It wouldn't be a terrible decision to let him die for the return of 600 HP self-heal man, right? And there we go. Nowhere near my best performance, but I'm glad I reviewed this one, and to be honest, I feel a bit better now, because I don't think I was our only problem, and also don't worry, I stopped after this match. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to check out my Patreon, where I do mostly VOD reviews for $5, and have a nice day.